Welcome back to Satisfactory 1.0. My name is Nilaus, and I am going to continue this episode with, well, first we're going to be doing a little bit of exploration here. We are just going in here to get a Mercer because I just want to get a little bit of the lower background. I know there's more of these. No, there's more of this, and there's one more. Where are you? It's always behind me. There we go, that's 3. That should probably be it, right? No? Or you're hiding? There we go. Oh, no. Okay. See, this is what happens when you're not flying. It's just so difficult to see what's going on. And lo and behold, that one. Let's see, because I think there might be some interesting lore dropping here.
Time for a new Molly.
Yes, actually, this might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable insight. What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within the shallows, which is a ball of string wrapped around itself to contain the infinite deep within the inside-out string with windows and doors and a limbless body subdividing to one resonance.
I should have waited with this question.
Yeah, you probably should have. So now that we know what the universe is like, let's go back to factory building, because that's kind of what we do here. So thank you very much for your support on this ongoing series, both here and on Twitch. What we're going to do today is we are going to look at one of the things that is always, like, for me at least, it's always annoying. And that is basically the manufacturer. The manufacturer is always just, it's too big, it's too clunky. The recipes are annoying, difficult. So there are 5 items we want to craft in an assembler, or in a... there are 5 things that we want to craft here. Let's do that one, clear the blueprint design, and get that into the default here, this stacking factory here. And so there are a number of things that we can do in this tech level. So there's going to be a manufacturer. Let's see. So there is, we're not going to do these one right now. We have heavy modular frames, we have high-speed connectors, we have SAM fluctuators, we have computers, and we have crystal oscillators. That's 5 things. The thing is, we're not going to do the computers in here, but the computers is what we really want. Because I really want to unlock the summer sloop, but I'm not going to do that now because I need computers to unlock it, and I feel that it should be a reward for us when we build the computer factory. Then that should be like the reward that we go, yay, finally we now have a computer factory. Now we can actually get up and build the stuff that we need. So what we're going to do in this episode is knock out those 5 builds so that we have 5 new crisp designs that we can work with, and those will be as part of this design here. So we are going to start by some of this. I think this is a good place there. And then, so the first thing we want to do is, let's do a crystal oscillator. And we have the alternate one. I think this is way better. Here there's a lot of cables, and cables are not something I do. I have copper, so I get cables. But if I do this one, we have AI limiters, we have rubber, and then we have the crystals that is coming in as raw crystals that need to be transferred into, or processed into crystals. That means I can do one of this and then get that into, I don't know, build like this, for example. Yeah, and that one, and then it goes from here. That's funny how that doesn't work. Goes in. And there's another thing as well. Then we have 2 other things, the AI limiters and rubber coming in. They are just going to come in there and there. And we see the recipes here. 18.75. Can this one provide 18.75? Yes, it can. So I'm going to 18.75. There we go. And then we just hook this up. This is this is pretty simple. It's just coming in. The only thing that's a little bit different is that now we have 3 inputs here. So we need to do a little bit more in terms of the inputs. And let's see, that is going to be a Mark 1 here. And this is going to be a Mark 1, and this is going to be a Mark 1. So the way I am going to do it this case, compared to how we've done it previously, we are going to take... That is coming in for here. And then the return one is on. That's also good. So that goes up to the top level. That's the most important one, is actually that this keeps at the top level. Then I have these 2 inbound here. And I think I would just want to get them in on this belt. And then here. That is aligned, and this one over here will be one. Oh, oops. I should do the... So. That is aligned with that one. Yeah. I think the top one got rotated. Yes. Is this rotated? I think it is. And there. So now we can actually get this. Mark 1. It goes from here into that one. And from here into that one. That connected, that's fine. And this one connected. This one connected. This works pretty well, and then we just hook up the rest, hook up the power, and we're ready to send it out. Also added the sign so we can see how much of each thing we're going to use, and then we can take this and then place it out here in the world, all the way back at the end of our bus. What's really interesting about this bus is, oh, this is also interesting. Why are you not working? Your status? Oh, right, because I've blocked the status from actually going there. So that means I should make sure that over here, this one is on. So now we're going to be throwing away a lot of motors. Sure, let's throw away some motors. Fine. Right, over here, we are going to do our starter builds. And I know that there's apparently one thing that somehow bothers people here, and which is interesting. It is the fact that I have double these corners, that they are stuck on top of each other. I understand it. It doesn't bother me, and I think that's the main part. There, that part. Now these are double level. It doesn't prevent the Z level fighting here. That stops flickering when you go there. That flickering is just because that's just how things work around here. And we hook it up. We're going to do the first one in more detail, and then progressively as they are different, or if they are the same, they're going to be in slightly less detail. So things are coming in here. This is the quartz coming in. Have already prepared it. The quartz will go into this location, because that goes up and goes into the constructor and becomes from raw quartz into processed quartz. And this one will then go over and, oh, this is the rubber here is going in on the straight line, so that goes straight in. And then the other one will go sort of one tile or one block off and then go up here. There we go. That is now one crystal oscillator in a little bit of time when this one is hooked up. There. However, we know that we're going to use crystal oscillators for our computer build because I want to build crystal computers later on. So I'm going to need a hell of a lot more than this. So let's stamp down 2 more of these and just enjoy how absolutely phenomenally easy it is to do this, to scale up. I have never had a build that is so easy to build something as annoying as crystal oscillators. There, I'm just going to go in there. So that is going to be like 5.6, I think. And then just choking this up. I must have misplaced that one, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh yeah. Good thing that's easy. That's the other part of it. How easy it is to actually get rid of it once I make a mistake. So, there. Done. And, oh yeah, there's also the blueprint mode. And it doesn't quite align as I want it. So you can see that it doesn't align exactly as I want. So still have to slide it in place. So I don't think the blueprint mode is as useful as it could be, at least for the kind of blueprints that I make, where I kind of have them go a little bit off the on the edge of the blueprint planner. There was an inbounce. Then I need just the power. That's that power, and the last one here. Where you be at? There. Good. So now I have 5 point something oscillators, crystal oscillators going in. Sweet. Let's get on with the next one. Then we can do heavy modular frames. This is 5 modular frames. Modular frames are a little bit expensive, and 5 encased industrial beams. Or it's 8 for 3. Like, this is incredibly ridiculously better. It also gets rid of screws and then replaces it with concrete. So yes, please. But it gets better than this, because here we have, this is this is a product on a bus, this is a product on a bus, this is a product on a bus, but steel is not a product on a bus, steel pipes. Steel beams are, no, not steel beams, steel ingots are. So we're going to need to transfer that. But if we look at steel pipe, there is actually an alternate recipe which takes concrete, and we already have concrete in here, and it's a lot faster. So we are actually going to be a little bit cheeky here and do a foundry build. Something like this. So this foundry will be taking molded steel pipes. And how many we got in the pound? We got 33.75. All right. So it has to be 33.75. There you go. So that takes 33.75 ingots in. That means now we also have to get stuff inbound here. We're going to get 1, 2, and 3 inbounds. But one of these inbounds is going to be concrete, and that concrete also has to go both in here and in maybe here. Which is going to put a little bit of a strain on the design, and this somehow doesn't really work. It has to be like this. Okay, but that's just going to be a little bit mumbo jumbo down here. It's going to be a little bit more complicated, but if we look at it, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 items. So 4 items inbound and 1 item outbound. Let's do some spaghetti design down here and see how that works. So I have come up with this setup. I have concrete coming in on the middle right lane, because then it goes in and goes straight up in here. And I also have it going over and up and into this one, into the foundry here, which now produces the 33. And that means our consumption is modular frames, encased industrial beams, steel beams, quite a lot, no, kind of a lot of steel ingots, and also some concrete. So this, and how much is that going to produce? That's going to produce 2.813 heavy modular frames. That's not a lot, but it's just enough to make sure that we have it for construction and that we slowly fill up our belt. Slowly fill up our buffer. When we need more, when we need the heavy modular frames to be part of some kind of like fused modular frames or something like that, it's the latent tech, then we'll cross that bridge when we get there, and we'll set that up. So the next one we go in here, blueprints, and then we get the heavy modular. Oh, not yet. We just go in here, blueprints, and we go in here, and we, I don't know why I wanted, oh, look at that. Why does it go there? That's so buggy. Like, I did not ask it to go all the way, and it's just flying all the way towards that. Okay, that's so weird. Let's try. I did not, definitely not click that. I wanted to do this one. Weird. So maybe that's something with that blueprint that's broken, because that's also the one that makes my Q button disappear. Anyway, that just flew in there. I have no idea. But we can then do our heavy modular frame build, which will be pointed that way. There. And let's get this inbound. You're gonna get you up here, and you're gonna get you up there. So there. And then we need to get stuff inbound. I have, of course, prepared it. So these are a little bit tight here, but I think it works. What we do is this one comes in at the lower run, and then concrete is the one that has to go on the middle tile. So that goes to here, and then it goes up to that one. And the final one here goes in and then goes up to the top tile. And that leaves our steel inbound here. And that needs to go in right there. And that should be heavy modular frames. You can see how easy it goes with this this build. And sure, we're only making 2.4 of these, and we are going to drain from everywhere else. And at some point, maybe we'll run out of heavy modular frames, because this is still consuming 7.5. So the question is, do we actually make 7.5 heavy modular frames? And if you don't, then we can just scale up the heavy modular frames, which will again draw on more reinforced iron plates, which we can then add some more reinforced iron plates as we go along. But it is now kind of something I need to check to see how much we are actually producing. This is producing 3 plus 3, so this is actually draining, and therefore it might be worth it to upgrade this one, because it will over time drain this one. So that means we can just go into our blueprints, and then we can do like the normal modular frames, and that's a funny design actually. It's a little bit odd from the other ones, but hey, if this is how it works. And then we do that goes in, and that goes in, and that one, and that one. And now we have 12 modular frames per minute being produced. So that should not be a problem. Well, it should be a problem, because now I'm using 2 here, 2, 4, 6, 8 reinforced iron plates. That's maybe more than we have in terms of reinforced iron plates. This is 5 point something, 5 point something. Then we can always just upgrade this one again as well, if we want to get more reinforced iron plates. If we feel that that might be sort of running out a little bit, then feel free to add that. And I think that actually looks correct. So like this. And this is the beauty of this design. This is also kind of what I want to highlight with this proof here, is that it is so ridiculously easy to upgrade things. And there. And then I just need to get the power poles. And man, would it be awesome if these power poles could be, and belts could be connected. There we go. We just got another 5.625 of the reinforced iron plates. We got another 6 of the modular frames. They're not getting it in yet, but that they are working on it. They're getting stuff in. It's the steel pipes that are being produced. All right, awesome. So now I think it's time for us to build the next part. So that's the computer build. So I'm going to take one of these, because there's a pretty damn good computer build. And that is the crystal computer. I love it. First of all, it's made in an assembler. Oh yes. Then it takes circuit boards, which are dirt cheap. And then it takes crystal oscillator, which is pretty expensive, but now at least we have it. So if this is for this, then I think we can actually just use another blueprint and use that as a template. Clear that. And use the template it's the motor build we can use. So let's use the motor build, because that's exactly what we need. It basically has just 2 things in that are already in the bus, so all I need to do is just change it into crystal computers, copy, paste, paste, and then we have the crystal computer build. That's also one of the things that we can do it, so I can change these numbers, and then it should be ready to insert. Right, the crystal computers are the next one up, and that starts with a branch start. It's so nice with the upgrades we have now, that here, they uploaded 120. I have taken the liberty of upgrading it, which means that I barely can keep these down. These will just, as soon as I stamp it down, they'll actually top up pretty damn quickly. So it is just absolutely amazing, this one. I don't have to ever go back for resources. It feels very much like you have infinite resources this way, because, well, you kind of have infinite resources, but also infinite supply, because it will fill up your void storage before you even can use it. It's only rarely when you sort of really stamp down lots and lots of belts or stuff like that. No, not crystal computers. It's the crystal oscillators, but that's just listed as crystal computers here. So that's going to be this way. And let's nudge it into position. This will actually make 10 computers, which is absolutely disgusting amount. 10 computers is crazy, but it's also really nice. It's such a small build that makes 20 computers, so that's super nice. Did that connect? Yes, it did. And that needs to go into. They are both just directly inbound, so they are not really a concern of where they go. They just need to be here, and then go up there. And the last one is, of course, the power. That goes in. And these crystal oscillators, we've produced a few of them, but not enough to keep this going. There is a slight surplus, because this one is using 5 crystal oscillators. And this build over here is producing those 1.875 times 3. So there is a surplus of 0.6 crystal oscillators per minute. That's not enough for us to actually see that things fill up. So we might want to throw in the next one, or when we get summer sloops, we can get bonus yield from these. Well, that's the computer build. That was surprisingly quick and surprisingly easy. And that's really nice and comfortable to see that. And they are coming in, they're working, they're processing. That's awesome. And we get tons of computers. So that's more of the stuff. Now, the next thing we want to do is actually, let's have a look. The two options we have left, we have the SAM fluctuator and we high-speed silicon high-speed connectors. Those are the two ones. And the funny thing is, if we look at them, this one has two things that need to be processed, both the wire and the pipes. This one has two things that need to be processed, the deuterium wire and the silicon. So they're actually going to be exactly the same build. And back to the blueprint panel here. And we're going to start with the template build. And we're going to be building another manufacturer again. And we'll just be, let's just smash it over here. And then we need two things that are coming in. That means I need two different builds here. And that could be, how close can I make it? Like that. And then I guess something like this. And then the question is, can this go in here? And can this go in here? Well, it can go in like this. No, look at that. That's brilliant. Perfect. This is exactly what I want. Nice. And the question is then, can I do that and do that? And then for this one, what is it we're building? It's the SAM fluctuator. Then we're going to get reanimated SAM. One is going to be wire, one is going to be steel pipes. And this one will be steel pipes here. And you're going to be wire. There we go. That's 30 wire. And this is 20 pipes. This is, oh, that's a lot of wire. And a lot of pipes. So I'm actually just going to go like this. Now it's 30 wire, which is one builder, and then 18. So this one has to go down to 18. I wanted that ratio, all of it. And I could increase it. I could put some power shards in, but I really don't want to use power shards here. Like, it's really advantageous if this is running at 60%. That also means the power consumption is going down. And you know, 6 SAM fluctuators per minute. I don't know why I would want 10. I just need a little bit. So that is going to be perfectly fine. It should also be easy to set up. So let's spaghetti this this underneath here on the engineering floor. Let's do that and then head out. Here the signs are loaded, everything is ready, and we just get stuff in here. The first one is the steel, the second one is the wire, and then the third one over here comes in. And the beautiful thing about this is it is exactly the same as the build for the high-speed connector. It's just different items here. If I wanted to change this to high-speed connectors, that would be this one. Then I just have to change it into a silicon maker and a quick wire maker. And then of course change this recipe as well. So that is good. So I've also prepared that blueprint, which means I have a blueprint over here. I will take that and then go over and prepare it as that one. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but if you are a patron supporter, you get access to all these blueprints. You can just download them and use them if you want to do the same thing, the same kind of design that I'm doing here. If you are not a patron supporter, that's totally fine. I just want to give something to the patron supporters and give something extra, and Blueprint seems to be a great thing to give as extra things. But that's also why we're spending the time here during the video to design it, so that you can design the exact same thing if you want to, without sort of feeling obligated to pledge on Patreon. So thank you very much everyone who is pledging on Patreon and supporting the channel. There. So this was the SAM fluctuator, and we go in and this will just be, oh, how broken this is, man. Okay, well, it's the same bug. It hasn't been fixed since I encountered it 10 minutes ago. So that's, we're going to have to accept it, but it's just weird. Anyway, this will then be SAM fluctuator. Really? Okay. Means I'm just using a ton of resources to just throw it down there apparently. And this one will be hooked up, the usual setup here. And do we have the flashlight? There. And we need to get stuff inbound. Ooh, that's a little bit interesting because it's gonna be that's really close. So I think I need to get them there. And then I'm gonna get in. We get the concrete or the steel inbound. Isn't it nice that I've prepared these things in advance? I think it is. And the next one here is going to be, that needs to go here, and that's the, oops. Oh, that's too close. Okay. So that was too close. Then I just set it here. Like that. And the last one is the SAM. Reanimated SAM, which just goes straight in and goes up. And that should be this one. What are we making? That's 6 SAM per minute, which is really cool. And I can then also just lean in. Oh, SAM fluctuator is one of the items we do not want to put back on the bus because it's actually not really used for anything. It's used for not any further recipes. It's just used for crafting. So, and also unlocking a lot of stuff. So that means we can just go straight into the high-speed connector. And as we click this button, it's gonna fly off. Yeah, so now I'm actually missing items because they keep building back there. That's annoying. And I'm not getting the SAM fluctuator, which is ironic because this is literally exactly what I am building here. It's the SAM fluctuator. So I need to get the SAM fluctuator in order to build the next one. Ironic, but I think I can also just handcraft the last 3 of those SAM fluctuators I need. Yeah, we can handcraft a few of those. And I had some in the inventory as well. There we go. And there, that's the 10 I needed. And then I don't think it goes over there again when I click it here again, because it's already... Alright. Oh, I misplaced it. Damn it. That means... No! That means now it's gonna go away. Actually, I think I have an idea for how to prevent it from being disappeared. What if I do that instead? Then it doesn't be... Then it's not activated from the blueprint library, but it's activated from over there. Then it kind of works different. Okay, we are learning ways of work around the bugs. Okay, and then I have to go in because that's the high-speed connector. So I'm gonna go there and off we go into the void. I wonder if it actually wastes my resources. That would kind of suck. Because it might actually do that. I mean, it definitely takes it out of my inventory because I keep losing inventory. But the thing is, like, if it overrides the one over here, then it should put the remaining stuff inside the box. I guess I'm gonna have to check if that's the case. Well, this one's gonna be exactly the same. So that means this one will also have this little need here for doing that. And we're gonna get things inbound. That's annoying. Oh, I misplaced them. I wanted to prepare them, but I misplaced them because they are now somewhat misaligned. Okay, these need to be removed 1 tile over. And it's moved over 1 tile, so we get our crystal inbound here. That goes in on. Let's see. This is the crystal. Yes, it is not powered. Why is it not powered? Because I'm not hooked up the connection between here and here. Then I get the next one. That is the Deuterium. That is going to go here. And then goes 1 up. That's the same as last time. So I have not learned anything since then. That goes here. And then goes up. And the final one is the stuff that goes directly in. That's the circuit boards. And just as I mentioned this, I realized that I have not actually shown you the circuit board build. Because that was just something we did unlock after I unlocked tier 5. Got the first plastic in, we got the circuit boards. But let's have a look. Did we get anything in here? No, not yet. Or is that just because... Oh, because it's the SAM fluctuator. So let's look over here for SAM fluctuators. Yes, 34. So we are getting something inbound, and it is building up the storage immediately, and you know, it's chucking along. Oh, there we go, 35. So we got 1 more. Perfect. This one is high-speed connectors. How many high-speed connectors do we have here from just picking up random places? 31. Okay, so we'll see if that gets up to more than 31. Then we go back here and find the circuit build, but just because we want to see it, is the circuit build? Nope, that's AI limiter, which is also another one that we haven't done. So I'm going to use the Deuterium circuit boards. I really like those. Plastic and Deuterium is super easy to make. This is making 17.5 for 1 module, and there are 2 modules, so it's 35 circuits. Pretty good. It does put a strain on our Deuterium and our plastic as well, but hey, as long as it holds up, then it's good. This one is super expensive as well. 48 on the Deuterium and 54 on the plastic, but then we get a crazy 16 AI limiters. How's that working out actually? Oh, it's almost working out. It's almost done like this. And otherwise this is it could be enabled, and we just make a lot of points here. Sure. There we go. All right, let's go back and let's actually look at the high speed here again to see if we got anything. No, it's still 31. That's actually a little concerning that we haven't got any more of these. Oh, there we go. Okay, it is coming in 33. I was just impatient. It does take quite a while for this build. This build is a 2 per minute, but it don't even know what the actual. Oh, it's a 60-second crafting time. So that's why. Anyway, that means now what we've done is we have actually completed everything we need, every item or part that we need for episode or number tier 5 and 6. That means everything in the game, like entirely everything in the game up to and including tier 5 and 6 is now produced. Either the basic stuff is over here, the more advanced stuff is over here in this beautiful bus base. And we can scale it up as we need it. And that means the only thing that is remaining for us is to unlock the summer sloop. But that's going to be the next episode. Let's have a look at here. And then computers, are they filling up? Yes. 150. So computers are filling up quickly. So we can now do the summer sloop upgrade, which is something we're going to do next time. An experiment with the summer sloop as well as unlocking tier 7 and 8. So hope you want to keep up with this Let's Play either here on the Twitch or on YouTube. No, either here on YouTube or on Twitch, where I'm streaming it most evenings at 8 p.m. Central European Time at twitch.tv/Nilaus. And of course, if you want to get hold of all these blueprints, they are available to Patreon supporters as a little thank you for your monetary support over the years. Thank you for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.